Hello, I want to thank you all for the support for the last video and definitely thank you for all the new subscriptions. It really helps. So this is going to be part 2 of my faction hostile grinding series. I'm going to do other hostiles as well. So this, like I said, this is a series. There are going to be more. So some of the things that people have asked me in the comments are going to be answered in this video. Last video was supposed to be a basic video. I wanted to use officers that most people had, and I wanted to actually show everyone that they're probably grinding in systems lower than they need to. That was a primary focus for that video. This video, I'm going to show you some things about hitting the higher hostiles and rules that you need to really pay attention to when you're doing that. Like number 1, let's look at the first one. The combat triangle. This is very important in 5-star space. You're going to have to pick the right ship with the right crew to be able to effectively grind these hostiles. When I say effectively, I mean enough to where you're not taking so much hull damage that it's not worth grinding in the system. If that's the case, you need to move down always. But crewing and using the right ship is very important in these systems, more so than 4-star or even 3-star space. Using the triangle helps, but the difference in not using the triangle in these systems means mega hull damage and probably even getting destroyed by them. So you need to pay attention to this triangle. It's very important. Go to the very back of the highest system I could possibly go in Klingon space. And that's a level 59. Unfortunately, it only has interceptors in here. I wish this had transports in it too. Transports is what you really want to do to get the maximum rep, but I had to go here because I wanted to go the highest system possible in a place that I can station. I can change crews and show you different things. So this is a level 59, so it has 60s, 59s, I think 58. Yeah, 58's in here too. So I'm going to focus on the 60s. I'm going to go for the highest one possible, and I'm going to show you some different crews here. My top crew right now, and the key word is right now, is Pike as the captain. And because I'm in a interceptor system, I'm going to use Strange New World Spock and Hemmer. Now let me show you some substitutes. If your Hemmer's low, like mine was up until that last event, go group, then you can put Leanne there. Now the problem is, yeah, as you can say, your Ortega and your Uhura are both higher, but let me switch them over. I only get 2% synergy with Pike, and that makes a difference. You get almost double the damage doing that. But if I put Hemmer here, I get 5%, the same 5% with Spock. So what that does is it boosts Pike's ability. It helps Pike and ultimately helps you do more. Now, when I tested this right before the video, I've been using Leanne exclusively for when I'm going just like a single hostile, like in this system. But I tried Hemmer because Hemmer's an epic versus a rare, and Hemmer puts like a minute less damage than Leanne does, for me at least, because both of my Leanne and Hemmer are both tier 3. My Pike's tiered out, and my Spock is tiered out. Now, below deck is just as important as above deck in these systems. And I've got Grush, and I got 2 of 11. The reason why I picked 2 of 11, he's strong on the health, and he's got pretty good stats for attack and defense. So, as you can see right here, between real heavy on defense and health over here, And that's going to help me last longer in these systems. Now, if you would have told me 2 weeks ago, if I would have made this video before I tiered out Pike, he would not have been my top crew. My top crew would have been Janeway, Paris, and the Doctor. And then once I tier these up some more, this will probably be my top crew. But the problem is my Janeway is only tier 2. And she's a new officer, so I haven't been able to tier her up. And I wasn't going to spend crazy on that event. I was just wanting to get her as high as possible. And that's where I got her. I focused on Chipotle because him and 7 and 9 on an Armada solo, whether it's a regular Armada or a solo Armada, are monsters. But her on the crew, let me show you. I'll go ahead and take the hostile out. And what's cool about Janeway's crew, I can put her crew on here, and if I go into a system that has transports and another hostile, I don't have to change crew people to adjust for that. They're good for any hostile if you're using the triangle. So that's what's a good thing about that. And like I said, soon is probably if I tier her up, I will have better results with her, with this crew. I'm going to go ahead and show you what I could do with this crew. And then I'll go back with my Strange New Worlds crew. Okay, let's find the 60. Here's one. As you can see, I'm not using any Exicon. I don't got any ships to buff me, and this is straight on, straight on. Okay, let's see how much damage we did. Or how much damage we got. It's probably the right way to say that. So we got 6 minutes and 45 seconds. Okay, let's repair that. Okay. Assign officers. Let's go with Pike. Group. Spock. And Hemmer. Okay, here's a 60. I'm using my Ops 53 ship, the Corvus, instead of my 56 ship. Okay, let's see how much damage we got here. See, I got 5 minutes and 18 seconds worth of damage. So you can see you have better results with this crew than you did with Janeway. And like I said, that's probably temporary until I get Janeway tiered up a little bit higher. Then probably this will be my secondary crew. If you got two explorers, you can go into this system and use 2 ships to grind. Okay, I was about to sign off, but I decided to go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. I had to switch ships and slightly crew it differently. So the crew that I got in here now is Ortegas, because I'm going to hit explorers with my battleship, as you can see right here. I'm using my Vorcha. I got Hemmer in here because there's survey ships. And survey ships are tricky because they don't follow the triangle. So you can't just equip them to hit the hostile in the system, because you will take mega damage. Before I got my hammer up to tier 3, I didn't even hit transports. I went ahead and just hit the hostiles that I could. And then when the Janeway crew came out, that's when I did some massive grinding last week, and I was able to tier up my Romulan reputation and was able to get the next ship there. So let me go ahead and show you. Let's go into the system. The lower deck's the same. Nothing changed on that. Okay, so we look at these. Let's find a 57. Okay, here's a transport with 57. Look how much rep you get for that. 96,000. And you also get 48.2 Klingon reputation. So these are the ones that you're really wanting to go for. But if you're like in a mixed system here, sometimes they spawn slowly. So you know, instead of just sitting here waiting or going all over the place just for transports, you can go ahead and hit explorers. I'm going to hit a 57 explorer. You can see I'm got minimal damage. You know, normally I would just go ahead and station here, but I didn't do this for this part of it because I'm just doing this to show you guys what I'm talking about, being able to dual grind by setting up the right crew. All right, I hope this helps you out. Until next time.